What's going on, everybody? I want to talk today about the way that I'm going to work crash. And I think that opportunity to work crash is coming right up. This is Mike, the tactical stock scalper. All right, baby. So to begin, I trimmed some of my Y mag position. I had quite a few shares. So I was way up in share price, and so I trimmed it. And what did I do with the profits? I mean, the free money that the share appreciation has given me, I put it back into SQY. Now, what am I going to do with that principal from YMAG, from the shares I cut? I don't know yet. Maybe I'll wait for a dip on YMAG. Maybe I'll buy something cheaper. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. I'm continuing to build my dividend orchard of totally free dividend ETFs. You don't need margin, nothing. I don't want debt. I don't need to have debt. There's no reason for it when you can trim profits and put that into something else and get that running absolutely free. It's incredible, but that's just me. So yeah, on to Crash. Now, when Crash first came out, I think it was great. I was excited, but there's no way I was going to get into Crash with Tesla so low and consolidating for 3 months and just one level. There was no way I was going to get into Crash then. Why would I not get into Crash then? Because, guys, it's an ETF that does the opposite of it. So why would I buy, something like Crash when it's going to go down when Tesla goes up, right? Why would I buy an inverse fund when Tesla is at lows? It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So, well, for my personal plan, anyway. So what am I doing? I've been waiting patiently, like a lion in the jungle, boy, waiting on his prey, waiting for Tesla to rip and rip and rip. That way, when I buy Crash, I'll buy it at a level where possibly Tesla now has the potential to go back down, right? Sorry about that. But so it didn't make sense for me to buy Crash when Tesla was so low. Well, now that Tesla's ripping and ripping and ripping, now is the time that Crash has my attention. Now, I'm not going to do a Tesla and Crash combination. Why is that? Well, number one, guys, I've been an options trader for a very long time, and I understand how covered call funds work. The problem with the Tesla and Crash combination is that Tesla can be very volatile, right? So like we're seeing now with Tesla ripping up and Tesla capped, what happens to Crash? Well, it does what its name says, and it crashes, and you catch all the downside. So there's this kind of combination, for me and me only, doesn't work. And I know there's been a lot of talk about it, and some people even called it like a free money glitch or some kind of stuff like that, but it's not the way it works when you run covered calls, okay? If you've ever run covered calls at any time in your life, your calls have been blown through. That's just the way it is when you have covered calls. So just like we're seeing now with Tesla and Tesla's calls have been blown through, and Tesla isn't really moving. That happens. That's part of having covered calls. And it's part that you really need to understand with these funds when you own them, that your calls will be blown through when something makes a dynamic move up. And Tesla is known for making dynamic moves. So the combination for me and me only has never made sense. So I plan to use Crash, the leveraged ETF of Tesla, as more like a swing trade short. And I think it has potential to be better than most shorts, right? There's different ways to short it. You can short it with stocks, which I would never short Tesla with stock. That's just not for me. Will I short it with puts? Sometimes, here and there, but it just depends on the level that it's at. This one, I think, provides people a better opportunity to short Tesla with more protection. Why does it give you more protection? Because it gives you dividends. So if you are wrong on your position, let's say there's a level on Tesla, you're like, okay, I think I can short Tesla here. And you do it, and it continues to rip up. Well, at least now you'll be collecting dividends while you missed on your level, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for a level where it looks like, and it's getting there. It's getting there. I need to see what happens with Tesla first coming up over the next few days. Is it going to get rejected from this trend line that has held price in check for darn near 3 years? If it gets rejected from this trend line, then I will be going in on crash. I think it's a much safer way to short something that can be as volatile as Tesla. And I'm going to swing trade it. I'm going to let it go down and down, and when I feel like it's getting to a level that Tesla is finding support again and may rip up again, then I will exit crash, collect all my dividends that I've collected for however long, collect my share price appreciation. And what am I going to do with that free money from share price appreciation? Keep building my dividend orchard off of free money from profits. I think crash and all the other funds, the inverse funds that are coming out, I think, just me guys, I think they're better suited for traders, honestly, rather than holding two of them. Now, I think there is something like Appley and Rotten that are coming out, and Public said in Kamir's Discord, like, he likes this one, and I agree with them wholeheartedly. Why? Because Apple doesn't make the volatile moves that Tesla and Nvidia make, right? So this one will actually be, I think, when Apple and Rotten come out, if you decide to do this one, a better combination than Tesla and Crash or Nvidia and whatever that one's called. Now, I will be getting in the Nvidia one as soon as it comes out. Why? Because I have so much Nvidia. So for me, this one I will use as a type of hedge, but it won't really be a great hedge because it's going to have the same problems that Crash is having, right? It's going to catch all the downside, and when Nvidia rips, Nvidia won't actually catch that. So you see what I'm saying here? So that one I will hold, but to a much lesser degree. That way at least I'll make something when Nvidia goes down and corrects, which it will at some point. So I want to take advantage of that. So I will hold that one much longer. But with Crash, I believe it's better, for me anyway, to use it as a trading tool to short Tesla, to kind of short Tesla. And I know someone could say it's not a true short, and you're right, it's not, but it can act like it, right? It can act like it's a short. So I'm going to wait for my level on Tesla where I feel like it's going to go back down. Then I'm going to get in Crash, make that share price appreciation, make the dividends, put all that free money that I make from that position into my dividend orchard, and continue on making free dividends with no margin, no HELOC, no credit card, no debt, no nothing, just taking profits to build a free position. Absolutely free. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper, out.